All right.
Contolini.
Yeah, so we'll just get right into it. Hello, and we have special guest Asterios Kikinos here with us. Requested by, I guess, several people. And if you don't know, he's being sued by Madcucks.
Which we mentioned on the show before.
Yeah, mentioned on the show before. I think most people who listen to the show know who Madcucks is. You know, if you don't, he was like
He's a pitcher for the Atlanta Braves.
he was
Good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's Greg Maddox.
Why don't you go ahead and take it away, Adam? You're on fire today.
Yeah, I'm feeling the heat today. I'm
Like
just
Greg
throwing,
Maddox.
I'm throwing
Do you guys
all,
wanna-
No, he was more of a finesse.
Yeah, he
pitcher.
was.
Not
Yeah.
not a
Your job is
flamethrower.
to bring the chocolates to the table.
I did bring the chocolates already.
We could do a run of Maddox's. There's Commander Maddox from Star Trek The Next Generation.
Oh.
He's the guy that said Data was Starfleet's property.
Oh,
He's
shit.
not. Remember this?
That's right.
I'm going to be
don't.
the guy that says being data is a choice.
That's the wokest take I've ever heard on Commander Maddox.
Wait, Data was the computer guy?
He was
Yeah.
the android.
Could you fuck him?
Yeah, they did fuck him.
Really?
Actually, I wrote a sketch when I was 18 that's like Worf and LaForge fucking Data. By sketch, I mean it was the thing I said.
He wrote very graphic gay fan fiction about Data getting his fucking computer butt cheeks fucked.
Yeah. Published on
He's doing Goatsy, but it's just a bunch of
Live
like
Journal.
it's just a bunch of like
Yes.
Microchips.
microchips,
Yeah.
yeah, and wires and shit.
You see that shit that like Chrissy Teigen used to write like Neopets fan fiction?
No,
Oh my God.
that's
And she,
hilarious.
yeah, like somebody.
That's
found
where
it.
she learned to write. Because
Yeah,
the thing
yeah.
is, she's funny. And I'm like,
Yes.
it's not fair that you're this funny. You're very attractive.
Yeah, it's the Neopets fan fiction. That's the fucking the developmental the fucking. I can't think of words today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incubator.
Here's some of this chocolate.
It's
I
where
had a
she
little
cut
bit.
her teeth.
She cut her teeth.
in
Yeah,
the Neopets community.
yeah.
Yeah, I was eating for my blood pressure just nothing but like 97% dark chocolate.
Hell yeah, I love that shit.
I do too, but having chocolate with sugar in it's like weird.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
remember how good it fucking is?
Yeah.
God damn, desserts are so tasty.
Yeah, I just stopped with the dark chocolate though. I got like horrific cystic acne all over my neck.
Really, from chocolate?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, it'll fuck you up.
What?
Dark chocolate?
dark
That's,
chocolate.
That's
the
the
good
healthy thing,
yes.
dude. Yeah. I start every day with 4 bars of dark chocolate.
know.
You know?
Yeah.
I go to Hershey's.
And now your entire body is a pimple.
no.
One big
I
zit.
have beautiful skin, thank you very much.
But it's all even, so you
Yeah.
can't tell.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you look good. You have
Thank
you have like full body acne like 4 inches below the surface. It just
Oh
can't-
yeah.
just can't come to a head.
It's a beautiful layer of just
yeah.
just like when you fucking grill a pig or you do it's like that beautiful.
Do you
brown
know when
skin.
you grill a pig? I don't.
When you do a fucking
Asterios
when you
shit,
do
he's a Greek man.
when
as
you do
well.
a
Well, that's
fucking pig
lamb.
roast,
Yeah, lamb.
a pig roast, and you get that beautiful crispy skin.
Yeah.
That's what my skin's like.
Okay, like a
That's what I was
crispy
getting at.
pig.
Chicharron.
A chicharron, exactly. They call me chicharron skin.
So you're keto.
I'm
That's
keto.
fantastic.
Yeah, you hear that, ladies? I got a couple of chicharrone balls if you want to suck on them.
Yeah.
A nice salty snack for you after your fucking shift as a nurse.
Well, anyways, Maddox had a website, probably, I don't know, like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That was like funny, you know.
Especially
Well, we
for
were
the-
12.
yeah, right.
Especially
Yeah.
for the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a kid, it was funny.
Hey, you go back and read it, and it's still funny.
He's probably
but
got a couple bangers.
The thing is like so many people aped Maddox's
Yes.
style, and it becomes diluted in the same way that like if you were to watch Superbad or Pineapple Express now, it would just be like watching a commercial.
It's true,
Because
yeah.
people just stole,
Yeah.
his whole thing, the mannerisms, the way of speaking, whatever.
Well, he was like the original hot take artist.
Yes.
You know, like everybody thinks something's good. He'll write 20 paragraphs about why it's bad.
Right.
Get people's clicks. But it's like, well, now the whole world is hot takes.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you got to disrupt.
Yeah.
now.
That's right.
You know, you got to come into a new
Ice cold takes.
zone. Yeah, you got to go cold
Yes.
takes. You know what's good? Fucking cookies. That's my take. Dude.
Nice take.
You know?
That's why I say Trump bad.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Trump
hot
bad.
take.
Trump
no,
bad.
that's cold.
No, it's
That's
very
sizzling.
cold.
Dude, the
It's
hottest
very
take. Who's Donald Trump?
Oh,
Who is
Back
this
to
guy?
hot.
Everybody's talking about. I don't
I'll,
even-
hey,
Wow.
I'll
Can you
bite.
edit that out?
Yeah,
I'll bite.
I got off the grid. So I guess So Maddox was suing you for $20 million.
Yes, he sued. Long story short.
Whoa.
a
No.
comedian-
Long story long. Let's go
No,
into it.
I'll tell the story. All right. Well, Here's what happened. A comedian sued another comedian for making fun of him. It's really that simple.
Adam,
You can do that?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm surprised Adam doesn't know who you can sue and under what circumstances.
Well,
you are a lawyer.
I'm just waiting to hear back from a couple lawyers, and they are all dog bite specialists, much like Maddox's lawyer. Maddox's an expert in dog law.
Really?
Kevin Landau,
That rules.
the alcoholic dog bite lawyer. Because
No, money down.
yes, he's a real life Better Call Saul. He absolutely is.
And he's from Michigan too, right?
Well, yeah, but he left Michigan, I assume, because he's not allowed to drive there anymore because they took away his license.
That rules.
Yeah. All of this stuff has come out about him because he's put himself in the public sphere. And so, he was one of those drivers who, they got the straw that you got to breathe in to start the car.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
And so he starts the car and it's fine. But then we assume, allegedly, he starts drinking while driving.
That rocks. So he started sober.
But then they do this thing with rolling stops. And so, every once in a while you're driving, they'll be like, hey, time to breathe into this thing just to make sure you're not so alcoholic you're drinking while driving.
That is incredible.
He breathes into the thing. It gets flagged. He makes up a thing about how he's got chronic halitosis. And so he keeps Listerine in the car. And there's a letter from
and he
his
drank
doctor.
2 gallons of it.
Yeah, well, it's the best way. There's a lot of bad breath deep down in your
Yeah.
throat.
Swallow.
Yeah, you really got to get it down there. And what I've learned from this experience is that anybody can be sued for anything.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it. The reason he sued me is we used to be friends, and then he had another podcast with a guy. There was a podcast breakup.
Uh-oh.
And I was like,
Wow.
well, I'm friends with you both, so I'll be on both your shows. Kind of like we were saying before, it's just drama. They had a podcast breakup over a girl.
Yeah.
One of
Who
the hosts,
fucks whose bitch?
Similar to our
us.
situation.
Yeah.
I've been cucking
Nick
Adam.
has been having sex with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
we've
you
all.
like
Isn't that
it.
right, Dasha?
Yes.
but I mean, it's roll.
Yeah, that's what she sounds
Shut
like.
up, Dasha.
Sorry. Hey, it's me, Dasha.
Shut up, bitch. Oh,
Don't talk to me that way, Adam. You have a very little penis.
Don't talk to
that's
me
not
that
true.
way either. The other Dasha.
It's the double Dashas.
wow.
Dasha 3 in the house. Your cock is small.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's right. There's 3 of us, and we're all cheating on you.
That's true. I have done a multiplicity type scenario.
I'm the dumbest one of all because of the
You're the
Xerox
retarded.
effect.
Yeah.
I put shoes on my hands and clothes on my feet.
The retarded Dasha foot cheats on you the most.
Well, she's retarded.
Yeah. But somehow the wisest of all of them.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
She
the
tells-
most brave.
Yeah, she tells eternal truths.
Yeah.
Out of the
also
mouths of
trans.
babes.
That's the funniest part of that movie. They're like, how can we make this script worse? Oh, how about one of them is retarded?
That's your second act complication. Retardation.
Yeah.
Classic. That's what they teach in Robert McKee's story seminar.
That's right.
Always have someone retarded in your second act.
If there's a retarded guy in the first act, by the third act he has to shit his pants.
Check off the retard.
check off the retard.
Yes. So
someone fucked someone's bitch.
yeah, so one of the hosts sleeps with the other one's ex-girlfriend of 3 years.
Oh.
So it's not even like a real thing.
Yeah.
Maddox freaks the fuck out, blows up the podcast, and again, I'm like, you guys are fighting over a girl, and you're both almost 40, and now Maddox is like 40 or 41. So I'm like, I don't care, I'll be on both your shows.
Right.
Maddox doesn't like it. He starts spreading shit about me in L.A., and I'm not in L.A., I'm in New York, to all my friends, and he's sharing texts, and he's talking shit. So I record, Maddox hates being called a cuck. That's very important in the story.
Now, is he alt-right? What is his deal?
Maddox, I think that he is kind of the original alt-right guy.
Yeah.
Because he
Proto alt-right.
he puts out a book a long time ago in 2002 called The Alphabet of
Which
Manliness.
sucked. I remember
Yes.
that's when I stopped liking Maddox. It was like that was so anticipated. It took forever for him to publish that book, and then it was like, this looks like a child wrote it.
Yes. And like in the book, it's like, here's how to punch a woman in the vagina.
Jesus.
Here's how to grab a
I'd like
lady's
to know.
tit at the... I don't think you need to read it in a book. Like, if you really want to do... if you really want to do it, you can figure it
Use
out.
your imagination.
Yeah, try it first before spending $11 on a book from 2002. And so he had a lot of huge conservative fans.
Because of all the woman beating stuff, it resonated.
Yeah, I
know
tell
that
you, I don't
feel.
know too much about the internet. Who this gay computer programmer from Turkmenistan is, but I will tell you, I do like punching a woman in the vagina.
It would be nice to control them and feel in control. Maybe I'll buy this book.
Yep.
And so he releases a video where he's like, I don't like the word cuck. So here's what I do. I release an album of where I'm calling him cuck hundreds of times to the tune of various royalty-free Christmas carols I found on a Christian website.
That rocks.
It's called Cuckmas Carols.
Yeah,
It hit
I love
number
it.
6 on the Billboard charts. Which means that it is currently archived in the Library of Congress.
That
After
rocks.
we are all
Incredible.
dead, Cuckmas Carols will
Live
live
on,
on.
yeah. Your
Not me,
legacy.
I'm never gonna die.
Oh,
Yeah,
well
I
then
won't
you
die.
then listen to it in a
I
couple
will be.
centuries.
I'll let people know.
Yeah, when you get the time.
Put me in the Library of Congress.
in like Sweden or the Sudan, in some small country, it becomes the number 7 album in the world, beating Adele's album. Not in the world, in that country.
that country.
So it's like me, and then right beneath me is Adele's brand new album 1.
That rules.
So this becomes like a big meme.
Just for no reason.
Yeah. Well, not for no reason, because it's very spiteful. And I'm
Gotcha.
all about spite.
Yeah.
Like, it's so... The only reason I got into shape, and not that I'm in shape...
No, you
but the
look
only
at-
reason
you're
I'm not
looking
even
stocky.
bigger... Well, I'll take stocky. That's an upgrade.
You're looking like a burly boy.
That sounds
Yeah.
good. Thick, with 2 C's,
Sick.
I'll take it.
Absolutely.
But because a guy from the Donald, the Reddit Trump crazy website, he challenged me to a fight. So I was like, I'll fight you. And then I immediately started taking boxing lessons. And I was like, please tell me how to fight. I've
That
never fought.
rules.
I don't know how to fight. I've never fought anybody in my
really?
life. I've never even got to a fight as a kid. And so,
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah. And so I got in. And but it's like, I
Cuckmas
would never
Carol.
exercise
Yeah.
if it wasn't for spite.
Oh yeah, I learned sign language out of spite.
Wait, are you please tell me you're serious.
No, a girl broke up with me, and like we were doing like a long distance thing, and then she, it was like before Christmas, and I was supposed to go out there. She's like, "I still want to send you a gift." I'm like, "I don't know if I'm up for like exchanging gift," because I had lied and said that I had gotten her something already, but I'm not going to buy this bitch a present now,
Right,
Because she broke up with me. So, but she had a deaf sister, so I just like took a week and learned sign language. So that I could just get on Skype and be like, "Here's your present," and it was.
And then he used
That's fantastic.
he used the
Yeah,
sign
yeah,
language
yeah.
to fuck her deaf sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you cucked your ex-girlfriend.
No, not really. She wasn't impressed at all. She didn't care. So I kind of just wasted a bunch of time practicing sign language for 2 weeks with
Nah.
my friend who's an ASL interpreter who just taught me sign language. I got pretty good at it. I could just carry out conversations in sign language.
That's interesting.
awesome.
In
Yeah,
2
yeah.
weeks, you learned?
Sign language is really easy because
Is
it's
it?
still English.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
just- you're just,
right.
it's just mannerisms.
And
It's
you know,
basically you're learning to do an impression of a deaf person.
Okay.
It's not really like learning another language.
it's a voice. It's a voice Nick can do with his hands.
right.
You know?
cool.
Yeah.
Like Italian people. They
yeah,
speak-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the finger.
So we got Cuckmas Carol. I'm interested in this though. So you released Cuckmas Carol.
I released Cuckmas Carols. I recorded it. It was even more spiteful. So the guy releases like a shitty bonus episode on iTunes. It becomes number 1 on iTunes Comedy. iTunes Comedy is full of old albums from comedians that are dead.
Yeah.
You can get
Anyone releases an album that's number 1 on iTunes Comedy for at least 2 days.
If it doesn't do
Yes.
it, you bombed.
Yeah.
Your album bombed.
because it
Yeah.
takes like 5 downloads to get number 1. Like Bill Engvall's "Here's Your Sign"
Yeah.
is like number
Yeah.
4, and like I watched that as a kid.
right,
Here's your
yeah.
sign. It's
Right.
like, damn, I want to be an alcoholic when I grow up.
Yeah.
and then have to quit and make a big deal out of it. How I'm only drinking apple juice now. But anyway, and so he's bragging about being number 1 in comedy, and so I'm like, I'm gonna dethrone him. And so in 24 hours, me and my girlfriend Sarancha write, record, edit, and publish.
girlfriend Sriracha?
Sarancha.
It's
That
like
sounds-
sriracha with ranch in it.
Yeah.
Oh, a fat boy's dream.
Yeah.
Having sex with a condiment.
A really spicy fucking condiment too.
2 condiments.
That's beautiful, dude.
Yeah, she's a
Congratulations.
really good comedy writer. She's really fucking funny.
I want to meet
You would
a
have
girl.
to be with
I
a
want to
name
meet
like that. Can you
I wanna-
imagine
Rancha?
growing up with that name?
Oh, it's a
Is
fake
she
name.
heavy? Oh, okay.
No, she's tiny. She
Oh,
weighs like
okay.
100 goddamn.
Imagine
pounds.
growing
I
up
like
as a
that,
fat girl
yeah.
and your name's
Nice.
Honey Mustard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That'd be terrible. I'm not saying that.
delicious.
Yeah, right. But
No,
I want to start dating a girl
out.
named Garlic Aioli, dude.
Just call it mayonnaise.
Yeah, nah,
I hate
dude.
aioli.
Nah, dude, she's European.
Oh, never
My
mind.
girlfriend.
Now I'm
My
being offensive.
girlfriend.
I apologize.
Or maybe Chipotle Aioli. I haven't decided.
yeah, Chipotle aioli.
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
That's my girl, dude.
She sounds.
We'll go on a double
delicious.
date.
I fucking love to.
So you guys write an album in 24 hours?
Right now, I'm 24 hours. Put it out. It becomes number one on iTunes. This and that, and so then one day, like a year later, I walk. I have a bunch of jobs. Like I'm like a gig comedian. Like I work in advertising, work in social media, do all this stuff. One day I walk into one of my jobs.
Madman.
Yes, I'm like an unattractive mad Don Draper.
Hell yeah. Just as much rape.
Well, yeah, but it's like, you gotta.
Remember when Don
it's the
Draper just
classics.
fingered that lady just hard as shit in season 1? You guys remember that?
And it was
that
all
like,
about control.
That was like to show her who was boss. He
Yeah.
just like fingered her in like a fucking ball gown.
Like a bowling ball. Yeah, no, you don't ask a bowling ball's consent, and neither did Don Draper.
Yeah. You just rent the shoes, baby.
Yeah.
The shoes are
The
already
fuck
rented.
shoes. Yeah. Your Honor, I was wearing the fuck shoes.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm Velcroed up, ready to slip and slide.
In the 50s, it was illegal to commit rape if you were wearing a certain kind of shoe. Damn, what beautiful laws this country used to have.
I
Yeah,
know. Look what's
creepers.
happened. Thank
know.
God Trump is making America great again. Oh, wait, no, he's got that new line where he's like, "We're respected again."
Oh, really?
Respect America? Oh,
No,
America's respected. again.
America
Yeah.
is respected again. Like he's saying that like it happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
It's
rules.
like, no, they hate us more now
I
because
know.
of you.
But
But
it doesn't
anyway,
matter.
So
You
I get
can
into
just
work.
lie. It rules.
A bald guy I've never met goes, "Hey, I got to talk to you." And I go, "Me?" And he goes, "Yeah." So he brings me
And this
to
is this is in the office of Sterling Cooper Draper Price.
yeah, well, actually, at that point, it was Sterling Cooper and Partners.
Okay.
Because-
Yeah.
It's
He's
before
like,
the-
listen,
yeah.
you've gone bowling a little too many times. I ask you to save it for league night. You know what I mean?
If your work was better, we would brush this under the rug. But you're also bad at what
Yeah,
you do.
you're rolling like 68 a game. You
We
went
call you
two
the strike
frames.
zone.
You're under arrest for hitting the lanes too
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
You can't rape with the bumpers on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm still dealing with the fact that you said you can't rape with the bumpers. You can't rape during disco night,
Yeah,
disco
that's right.
bowling night,
Cosmic
bowling night. Oh, God, my God.
It was Cosmic Bowling.
I remember going to Cosmic Bowling one time. There was like an African family next to us, and like you could only when they smiled. That was the only time.
Oh,
They
hilarious.
just light up. Their eyes and the teeth.
yes.
Yeah.
All right, so you've been accosted. The bald guy.
The bald guy, I've never met before. He says, "I got to talk to you for a second." And again,
He serves you?
well, no.
He's from legal?
He pulls me into like the biggest office that I've never seen. Like I didn't even know this
Whoa.
office existed. You know, and again, this is one of the places I work. I'm not going to be specific. And he goes, "Yeah, we some guy named Madcucks is suing us."
Damn.
So Madcucks sues like one of my clients. He sues me. He sues a 22-year-old kid in Nebraska who goes by the online name Madcucks, a parody of Maddox.
Oh my god.
He sues the other podcast host, and he's suing us all. And he's saying that we made, and I have the court transcript here, despicable podcast recordings. Despicable podcast recordings.
if you can get arrested, if you can get in trouble for that, we're fucked.
Yes, you can't get arrested for anything.
But you know what I mean. You
no,
can get in
here's
trouble
what
for
happens.
despicable.
You get served with something, right?
Which is what happens.
You file a motion to dismiss. You don't follow up with it. You pull the cash out of your bank account, and you just ignore it.
Nice.
The whole thing.
Never deal with that shit.
Yep.
The whole
You're not
thing.
going to get
cost
a dime from me.
me- whole thing has cost me $24,000.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, which by the way, I don't have it.
Right.
Like it's cost Discover Bank's new 0 APR IT card. Have you guys seen those commercials where like a lady's talking to a lady and they're like, "Oh my God, besties, twinsies, besties." They have lent me $24,000.
Jesus
wow.
Christ, really?
To pay for yes.
God damn.
Yes. To pay for the world's best lawyer, Jordan Greenberger. This guy is awesome.
It should be mandatory that the suing party pays for every
Do you
single.
have to countersue to get your money
You
back?
have to countersue.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't sue us in California, where every other defendant except me lives. He sued us in New York because New York is very pro-corporate. Like, in California, if you try to restrict someone's free speech via lawsuit, an anti-slap penalty can be put on you, and you can be charged 9 times what you were suing for as a penalty.
Holy shit, really?
In California.
Wow.
But in New York, it's like it's a corporate state.
I don't know if the people who listen to this show should know that.
Wait a minute. Very good point. You guys are all going to get sued. I mean, in New York,
I have a
it's impossible.
corporation, so if it's pro-corporate, there you go. That's
Oh,
all.
I just
that's all I
started a
need to hear.
corporation.
I just have a dog.
I just
That's all
started
I have.
Stavy Baby Industries.
An LLC?
Yeah, or S Corp, I think.
S Corp. I guess if I'd start one of those, I'd
Did
probably
you have
be
an
in trouble.
Do you have an S corp or did you file an 8832?
I don't know. I hit up the accountant.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
He probably just gave you an 8832,
I don't know.
which lets you file as a corporation and be treated for tax reasons as one, but you don't legally have a corporation.
No, I want a corporation though.
Well, I don't think you have one.
I have a name for it, Stavy Baby Enterprises.
Sure, but you might have just had the
Yeah,
LLC and then they file an 8832, so it gets taxed as an S corp.
That sounds a pretty good name.
Did you do
good
the
name,
thing
yeah.
where you ran a newspaper ad and a local ad in
You
the
do
middle
it.
of the country?
You do it in Albany.
Yes.
In
Did
like
you
a
do?
trade.
They do
trade
it. They whatever the
publication?
accountant does everything.
What'd you
believe.
pay?
Like $600.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was going to say like $800. Yeah.
No,
That
I
actually
paid.
sounds-
I paid total 97.
Wow.
97 to run the ads. Yeah, because you do it in Albany.
Oh no, I mean for the whole thing, not just
Oh,
for the ads.
well, I paid a guy $200 to help me, so $297, I guess.
I got to do this. We all have to talk after.
Yeah. So okay, so he doesn't. So you can't get your money back even if you.
No. I mean, here's the
Damn.
thing. I can countersue the guy, which would cost 30 or 40 grand.
Jesus fucking.
And then the
Christ.
question is, does this guy have the money?
Right.
And it's like, what we think is this guy sold a show to Amazon at some point in December. We think, digital, not like the good Amazon,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
a little web cartoon or whatever. So we imagine he probably got like 30 grand from that.
Yeah. but after taxes, and then he spent some of it, so you're talking about like $8,000.
If
Yeah,
that,
and he
dude,
probably
yeah.
gave all 8 of that grand to the lawyer to sue us because this lawyer is not going to sue on contingency because he wants his money. It's like Saul Goodman doesn't work on contingency; he wants his money now.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know if there's any point in suing this guy.
I got you.
So the trial was on Wednesday,
Oh fuck.
and months and months and months of like people in LA being. Oh, the other thing that they allege in the suit is that I was a stalker and harasser of women.
Hilarious.
Which is like, very funny because like they would see me coming. Like, I'm a big guy. Like I have a terrifying face. Like I have to wear these glasses. Like I'll show you real quick. Like without the glasses.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
wait.
Oh yeah,
worse.
that's a terrible
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, I mean it's like I look like a murderer.
Yeah.
You look like a kind of Chechen.
A Bond villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uzbek.
Uzbek?
Central Asian. Yeah.
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 Like the main character from the Grand Theft Auto where like he was a war criminal.
Yeah.
GTA 4.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do have like a Kazakh look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're
Scary.
what's your Greek and what's the
Greek, Chinese, and Portuguese.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's the mix you get.
Yeah.
Because Greeks, I feel like that's what those fucking like places are. Is like Europeans mixed with Chinese people, and you get a Kazakh, and that's basically what you are.
That's
dude.
Dan Carlin's hardcore history.
Yeah.
Wow.
My
stop.
grandma has real Chinese looking eyes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
stop.
some Europeans just have like epicanthic folds for no reason. Like Richard Gere, who, by the way, the
right.
reason I haven't been able to make Richard Gere Museum T-shirts is because he's impossible to draw. Because he's got these fucking Chinese eyelids.
Really?
And I can't draw him.
Why is it? Because the Mongols like raped Europeans?
No, I think some people just look like that. I think Gere is actually like a Mayflower guy.
Whoa, really?
Oh, he's
Yeah.
blue blooded.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my grandma is grew up in the northernmost part of Greece, which is like that's when you get into like fucked up Slav territory.
Uh-huh.
So that's the closest you can be to being a Kazakh.
Yeah.
As a Greek person. So anyway,
Yeah.
again, this is a little.
I knew a Kazakh guy, and I would just quote Borat at him all the time. He's like, "Actually, it's not like that." So I guess it is.
They
don't-
sued Borat, I think.
Yeah,
or
probably.
like
I
they
know
were like
about
really
that,
upset
too.
about that.
He was
Yeah.
he was real upset about it.
Yeah.
You would quote.
They
Borat
don't
to
fuck
him.
with Borat.
Which I wasn't even really that into. I mean, Borat's funny, but once he let me know that it bothered him, I mean,
Yeah,
Really,
that was
they
game
should-
over.
all day long.
They
You hear
should
nothing
really
about
see the
Borat.
movie.
Yeah,
before they get pissed off. It's a really funny.
Well,
movie.
I'm upset because originally it was going to be Albanian.
Oh, and
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, but there's some legal thing where they couldn't do Albania. Albanians were smarter than Kazakhs, which is so embarrassing.
How
for
about
Kazakhs.
fuck to legal things? You know? I think
Yeah,
that's the realness.
hell yeah. Fuck law.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's fucking terrible.
Except for that 50s bowling shoes law.
Well, but that's not a. I mean, if I like it, then it's good.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, I like it when the Supreme Court rules for me, and when not, they're activist judges.
Of course.
like, that's, that's
Yes.
how it works.
All right, so the
So
trial.
for months in LA, I'm like persona non grata. People aren't talking to me.
Really?
On Maddox's
because of
fucking
Maddox?
word?
Because Maddox, he was deep into UCB. I met him.
Really?
I met him at UCB. He used to be on a house team there. Me and
Get
him.
the fuck out of here. That guy did. That's so embarrassing.
I know.
He's an improv guy.
Yeah, me and him
I
used
didn't
to do
realize.
a show together every month called the Tournament of Nerds. It got bought by Nerdist. It was like one of the first YouTube things when YouTube started making content, like paid content.
Right.
And so he's really hooked in. And so what he did was he created this story where he was like, these people are like abusers and stalkers of women. Now, ironically,
Maddox, though. That's what's crazy. The UCP people.
The cunt punching guy.
Yeah,
The guy who wrote
that's
a
what's
book on
fucking
cunt
wild.
punching.
yes, the
Yeah.
cunt
Wasn't
punching
he like
guy.
boys with the other guy, who Tucker Max? Like I think
Yep.
of those guys
Yes,
as the
they
same
were.
guy. You know what I mean? Like
They were
as
friends.
that era of the internet. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
They-
Like,
Yeah, well,
call
they were
it
in the
frat
same
tire.
web ring. Remember web rings?
Yes, of course I remember web rings,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Sequest web ring. Of course I remember running the Sequest web ring, Darwin865 at hotmail.com. Of course I remember.
The funniest of all of those on the Maddox like best page in users web. Do you remember Tard Blog?
No, I love it, but I've never heard of it.
Tard Blog was a special education teacher that had like an anonymous blog where they
oh yeah, you said you
recorded
talked
their-
about this before.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
awesome.
And they, had- well,
blog.
they took reader mail, and there was one story somebody told about. They had a big retard in their class, and some police officers came in. Like they did a thing on like sexual assault or whatever, like stranger danger kind of thing. And they watched this video, and the video ends, and they go, "Any questions?" And the big retarded kid goes, "Next door, Jimmy made me suck his dick." And they like drag him out with police officers to talk to him. And it turns
Did next door Jimmy make him suck his dick?
Yeah. It turns out next door Jimmy was another retarded kid.
Whoa,
That
well
was,
then,
The perfect
double
crime.
jeopardy. dude.
Yeah.
It's a perfect storm.
Hey, that's just going bowling, bro. That is just bowling with the rack that you roll the ball down.
That's bowling with bumpers.
That's bumper bowls.
Yeah, that's bumper bowling.
Yeah.
Bowling.
Yeah, Tard Blog. I remember I found like Jim Gaffigan's like AOL Instant Messenger because he had an AOL email address, so I added him on AIM, and then he like signed in one time, and I was a huge fan of Jim Gaffigan when I was like 11 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Hey, I'm a big fan," or whatever. He's like, "Oh, thanks," or whatever. I don't even know if he knew what AIM was. It probably just popped up on his computer.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Check this out! It's really funny." And I sent him the
Tard
next
Blog?
door Jimmy story. And he was like, I swear to God, he wrote back, "I'm not offended, but I do have to go."
Fuck, you met him since? You gotta tell him
Yeah,
that story.
no, I haven't.
You gotta tell him that. He's at the stand sometimes.
Yeah.
That whole Hot Pockets thing is based on next door Jimmy. His mouth was a Hot Pocket for that other guy's dick.
Wow.
Whoa, Nick.
Nick.
Yeah,
You've affected the course of comedy history with
Hey.
that.
Who knows? Maybe.
I'm not offended, but I have to go.
Yeah.
That's so polite. Because Gaffigan used to work in advertising. So he knows how to be political and give notes.
Yeah.
Well, I have to be nice to people now. There's some guy that just DMs me videos of actual retarded people he sees around.
Oh no.
He was like,
Like,
he's
that
like
he
taking,
records.
yeah,
Don't
taking
do that,
videos
man.
of this guy bagging groceries at his grocery store, and he's like, "You got to see this." I'm like, I've seen retarded people.
Yeah.
Wait, how much is it giving you on Patreon?
Hopefully,
Is he like a $20 guy?
That's
Because that
gotta-
I'll say that's hilarious.
Yeah.
If it's a $20 guy. That's a
zero-
whale.
That's
Yeah.
a $0.
100%.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah,
100%.
that
That's
is
a $0
that is
guy.
zero-
Then
zero
say
That
you're
guy
offended,
steals-
screen cap it, put it on HuffPost, and make some hay.
yeah.
Comedian stands up to bullying.
Did your company offer like legal aid at all? Or?
You know what? I've already and again, they're not my company. They're a company. I got a million clients. But here's what happens on Wednesday. So we get called into court finally.
Right. Yes, it's the trial.
And I'm sorry, one more thing. So I'm being accused of like all this anti-feminist shit. Then during the trial, we discovered that
what does that matter? I don't understand how that has any bearing on the fucking law.
Sullying is a good name.
It doesn't matter, but it does. Because the thing is, like, if you are accused of something terrible, now it's on you. Like, and I'm not saying this to be like some sort of like Me Too's gone too far thing. It's like, no, terrible shit happens to women, and I'm glad women have banded together and put an end to it because it's disgusting. I worked in LA for 10 years. It's disgusting. But like, here's the ironic thing.
But
so we're
bowling's
being
fun.
sued by plaintiffs. No, but I mean, women
loves going bowling.
they should have the ability to vote, and like we should bowling. But like,
PBA.
yeah, the
PBA Pro Tour.
yeah, pro bowl up the ass. So, one of the plaintiffs, it turns out, has a restraining order against her for stalking and harassing another woman.
Whoa.
So the two people suing us, it's Maddox and his girlfriend. Maddox's girlfriend has a restraining order
His
against
girlfriend,
her.
Honey Mustard, real name by the way, 480 pounds.
No, his girlfriend is a fucking model, and so she was contacting the other podcast host's girlfriend's school and was writing anonymous stuff. I got all the emails here. I can show you guys later, but was saying like this girl's dangerous. This girl shouldn't be around kids. This girl's a danger to kids. So of course, the people that are accusing us of being anti-feminist stalkers and abusers themselves have a restraining order against them served by the Los Angeles PD for doing the shit they're accusing us of. So finally, Wednesday, we all get into court, and the judge is like, this is absurd.
Hilarious.
The judge threatens to throw Landau, Maddox's lawyers,
The dog lawyer.
the dog bite lawyer, threatens to throw him in cuffs in prison. And the transcript is all available
That
at
rules.
patreon.com/Asterios.
Yeah,
Please
dude.
buy it because
Make the
I
money
need
back.
the money
Yes.
to pay for this bullshit. It's a 60-page transcript and every page is gold. Like the lawyer is saying, well, the bad guy lawyer is saying like, well, this Cuckmas Carols wasn't in the spirit of good fun. If it were in the spirit of good fun, it'd be one thing. And the judge goes, oh no, free speech doesn't have to be in the spirit of good fun. I assure you what they say on SNL about Donald Trump is not in good fun.
Hilarious.
Now let me ask you this,
Please.
Let me ask you this. So, and we got to take a break in a second.
Yeah.
But obviously, it was for peace of mind that you hired a lawyer.
Yeah.
Because if I were sued with something like this, with something that's obviously just a bullshit lawsuit, I would just wait till the trial and assume that a judge would throw it out immediately. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that you just got the lawyer because you wanted to make sure that you wouldn't lose any money to Maddox, or
Well, the first thing they did was file for a default motion 10 days early or something.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I get served. When you get served, you get like 30 days to respond.
Yeah.
Like, way before that limit, they file a default motion saying he hasn't responded, therefore, we want the clerk, not the judge, to award us $20 million and stop him from ever mentioning the name Maddox ever again on any recorded medium in history.
Yeah.
They're looking for injunctive relief, restricting my free speech. So if I didn't do anything, the clerk would have rubber stamped it.
yeah.
And I would have had a $20 million lien put against me.
What? Really?
Yes. We like to think that like there's justice and that everything will work out. And unfortunately, you only get the justice you can afford in New York. In California, I think things would have been a lot different. It's why they sued us in New York. It was a tactical move. So the judge is saying like,
But you couldn't have done something to like deny, or couldn't you have just responded so that they couldn't have just defaulted you?
well, I talked to 15 different lawyers before going with my guy, Jordan Greenberg, who's the goddamn best. I was getting quotes, 50 grand,
That's a good
75
name.
grand.
That's a good lawyer name.
Yeah,
There's something about it.
Lawyer,
I trust him.
accountant,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of thing.
I fucking love it.
Executive of a television network.
This guy's the goddamn best. He's so goddamn funny. He's hiding secret hidden messages. Like there's an acrostic. You know that thing where like the first letter of every line on a page spells out something, like George Washington used that. He spells cuck, lol suit, cuck Miss Carols. Like he's putting in hidden. He's saying like this lawyer
Jesus
Landau
Christ.
is like a dog without a bone. Like he's just barking at us and these are barking sanctions motions. Again, making fun of the fact that he's a dog bite lawyer.
Right.
Like he's putting in all these dog jokes. Like my lawyer is like filling this thing with gags. It's so goddamn great. And yeah, the judge says, the judge goes.
Just halfway through the trial, some guy covered in dogs comes in. He's like, "Lay it down! Where's my money?" Clothes just hanging off his body.
He's wearing one of those padded suits.
Right, he's got 9 dogs on him. Where's my goddamn money, Landau? I've had these corgis on me 9 weeks.
They're adorable, sure, but still, where's my money?
All right, real quick, we got to talk. That lawsuit sounds like a real gamble. And if you like gambling, folks, check out BetDSI.com. It's the #1 sports betting website on the internet. They've been in business for over 20 years, paying winners. They got an easy-to-use mobile interface. Interface, that's the word. Play, win, get paid. They offer odds on pretty much everything else, aside from sports. So if you're gay, you don't have to bet on sports. You bet on politics, reality TV, Vanderpump Rules. That's a
show.
Who's gonna drink wine?
Yeah.
That's the thing you can bet on, I guess. They offer live in-game wagering, so you can make plays throughout the entire game or event, and this makes watching sports way more fun. So if you're tired of forcing yourself to watch sports because they're boring,
tedious,
and you still have the same insecurity issues you did for middle school, you can definitely make it way more fun by blowing the money you don't have on BetDSI.com. The upcoming sports events, we got
the NBA
picks and
yes,
Adam's picks, and these are actual. Let them know these
Game
are
5.
actual bets you've placed on BetDSI.com.
Yeah,
correct.
Yes.
Make sure that you emphasize that point. Because that's what actually happened.
This 100% actually happened. And for tonight, this will probably go up right away. I am taking right now, the last time I checked the line, the Celtics were underdogs at home, Game 5.
1 point underdog.
Crazy. So take the Celtics 100%. They're going to win. It just feels like they're going to go.
Are they
the series is going to go
undefeated
7.
in the playoffs at home? Or they've maybe
think
lost
so.
1?
No, I think so.
they're undefeated at home in the playoffs.
I think they
Take
almost
the
lost
Celtics
to
at
Philly.
home.
But they're a completely different team at
They're
home.
going to have our friend of the show, Donnie Wahlberg, in the front row wearing a Wahlburgers hat.
That's right.
That's
Drew
gonna-
Bledsoe in a tight-ass jersey.
It's going to bring them the
So
luck
take
of
the Celtics.
Irish.
I'm taking them, and we're going to make some money together, boys.
Is
Yeah.
Johnny Wahlberg the one that got murdered in The Sixth Sense?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yeah,
Well, he doesn't get murdered; he kills himself.
Yeah.
His ghost shows.
You
No,
can-
you're right. You're
you
right.
can-
I apologize,
yeah,
Donnie.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Donnie.
Friend of the
he's
show.
supposed to read
Because
that.
he's listening. He's listening.
Yeah, his ghost doesn't show up. He's the crazy guy in the beginning that shoots Bruce Willis.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
And
he's,
then Bruce
he's
Willis
the
is
patient
ghost.
that he couldn't. Yeah, then Bruce Willis is the ghost.
Yep. And you can bet on that.
You can
also.
bet on that.
Whether Bruce
Which
Willis.
Wahlberg brother is the best. That's
Yeah,
something you
yeah,
can check
yeah,
out at
yeah,
BetDSI.com. So go ahead, go to BetDSI.com and use promo code Cumtown. Cum25. So capital C, lowercase UM25, and get a free $25 wager on the house and 200% extra bonus when you deposit. That's Cum25, capital C, lowercase UM25. Get your free wager and start winning today. Also, the Kentucky Derby. I don't know. No,
No,
Did
the
that
Preakness.
happen
The
already?
Preakness just
Yeah.
happened.
Well,
That's- I feel like if you're gambling,
The
on-
Belmont Stakes is
The
coming
Belmont
up next.
is the next one. Preakness is the one in
In
Maryland.
Maryland, yeah. It
Yeah.
sucks.
I
that
bet
just
on
happened. Preakness
Orb.
just happened, right?
Just happened.
Yeah.
A long time ago, I bet on Orb because I was like, that's the best name I've ever heard. Orb.
Is that for a horse?
horse?
Yeah, and Orb won like the Kentucky Derby one year, and I was like, yes, Orb, I love it. So bet on the funniest
Yes,
horse you
on
can
Bet
find.
DSI.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Bet.
Do it
DSI.
on Bet. Crazy. Asterios did it on Bet DSI. He didn't even know.
Yeah,
Isn't
That's
that
crazy.
right?
That's where I got that action.
Yeah,
it
that's
couldn't
right.
have been easier. I got my payout right away, and the customer service was fantastic.
That's right. Hell yeah, brother.
perfect. And we're back.
And we're back, motherfuckers.
Yeah. So the judge hates him.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Judge threatens to
So
put
is
him in-
Maddox there? He's
No.
actually-
So
he's
is the
not.
case dismissed, or is it going to be dismissed, or
The case
at
was
this point?
So here's how it ended. The judge said, "This complaint makes no sense. I can't tell what crimes you are alleging Mr. Koknos has been accused of." And the reason it makes no sense is because what this lawyer did was he found a bunch of angry fan comments, calling Maddox a cuck and calling this and that. He put them all in the complaint, and then he attributed it to the defendants. Well, the other podcast host, he attributes a lot of what that guy says to the defendants. And the judge keeps saying, you keep saying defendants, defendants. I want to know what Mr. Koknos is accused of. Landau's there with like a 14-year-old boy paralegal, looks like the goddamn cage master. And this little fucking like Kevin McAllister looking kid is running over and pointing at things like, say this, say this, say this. Landau's lost. Landau's
Hilarious.
reading his own complaint and can't find like a single thing that is alleged to, that I've said that has been defamatory
so good.
or that broke trade laws or was stalking and harassing.
Yeah.
So the judge says, you got to rewrite this whole complaint and we're all going to meet back up here and we're going to deal with this again.
Damn.
So the case was dismissed for everybody else because everybody else was in fucking L.A.
Yeah.
So like it was dismissed on jurisdictional grounds for them, but I'm in New York, and so
Sucks.
That sucks.
so
dude.
and
I'm
so
sorry.
it's you know what, shit happens in comedy in 2018. Like everybody's
That's
angry.
wild, though, dude.
Everybody's
This motherfucker
pissed
to
off.
cost you $30,000 basically for nothing.
That's what it's going to end up costing. Right now, it's at $24,000. We got to go back in there. My lawyer's got to prepare for a couple hours. He's got to write a new thing. We're going to be in there for a couple hours. We got to wrap it up at the end.
Now you can write all that off on your taxes, though, so you'll get it all back.
I have no idea. I don't know. I hope I can, but I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
That's
That's my whole thing is I'm Mr. Don't pay taxes.
Oh, good for you. I pay all my taxes.
It's a CPA. Missed call, Mr. Don't pay taxes.
just immediately, you just roll up. He's getting arrested.
Yeah.
He's got a great name though, Mr.
Mr. Don't Pay
Tax. I mean, like
Taxes.
that's good branding right there.
I
That's
gotta
great
pay an
branding.
estimated in like 2 weeks, and it's gonna be probably around $30,000.
God
That means you're
damn.
making $120,000 a year.
More than that.
Good man.
Yeah.
And he's got guns. Are you
Yeah,
single?
yeah. I don't have guns.
You-
You mean arms?
This guy's got nice arms.
Asterios is trying to
What's
suck
going
you
on
off.
here?
Yeah, I was like, I don't have a gun. I don't buy
New
a
York
gun
City,
on the
that's
dark
rough.
web.
Yeah,
I never did that.
Dark web.
I don't have a firearm in my apartment.
I hate to say this, but unfortunately, I got to get back to Manhattan.
you got to go to work.
I'm so
it's fine. That's all
sorry.
right. Hey, thanks for coming.
Thanks for
This
dropping
was-
by,
Oh, this is
dude.
great, buddy.
I'd love
yeah.
to give a plug if you guys want to help out with my legal defense.
Go for
and
it.
if you want to read the transcript, and it is just full of an 80-year-old New York judge screaming at a dog bite lawyer like, about the word cuck. Oh, and then the lawyer's like, here's what he said. Cuck, 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 cuck. Maddox is a cuck. He's reading lyrics from Cuckmas carols, and the judge is like, so what? It's like calling him a jerk.
Yeah.
And Landau goes, no. What you're saying is you're threatening the very foundation of his manhood. So now Maddox, who doesn't want to be called a cuck and sued a guy not to be called a cuck forever, in the New York State Supreme Court, there is a document of a judge calling him a cuck a lot forever. And there's an album in the Library of Congress called Cuckmas Carols where he's being called a cuck. And I'm also calling him a cuck right now, you fucking cuck. So it's just a great goddamn day for comedy.
It's weird because I wouldn't get the impression that he's a stupid guy.
He's emotional.
Right.
That's the thing.
Okay.
Right.
Because the thing is, it's like, hey, if you don't want to be called a cuck on the internet, you probably shouldn't talk about it.
Right.
Because whatever you say on the internet that you don't want to be called, that's what it's why I ask people not to call me Big Dick Kokonos. And now that's all they call me. Like, and it's but the thing is, when this dude slept with his ex, he had a huge emotional reaction.
Yeah.
And then he justifies it with logic later where he's like, well, no, it's not about sleeping with my ex. It's about trust. If you just asked me about it.
No way.
Yeah, exactly. And then with this thing with Cuckmas Carols, he's saying like, well, I'm being harassed and stalked. And it's like, it's not about that. You don't like being called a cuck. So
Yeah.
he has an emotional reaction and he finds a lawyer who will express his emotion in a logical format. Unfortunately for him, the lawyer did it in the most illogical way possible.
Sure.
And that's how that guy rolls.
What was Landau wearing at court yesterday?
Landau was wearing a jacket that was too big and pants that were too small.
Dressed like
That's a
Schemer
good look.
from Thomas and Friends.
But he looks like Robbie Rotten from there's the show Busy Town.
Yeah. I think Robbie Rotten and Schemer from Thomas and Friends are very similar references.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I don't know either of these.
I don't know. I mean,
Schemer I know because he looks just like Ben O'Brien.
Schemer. Oh, right. Yes, you showed me that
They
guy.
have the same exact
You
face.
showed me
It's
that guy.
it's pretty weird.
Was Schemer one of those troublesome diesels?
Yes. No.
fucking
He's a
hate
guy.
diesels.
He's a guy that is just in the station for some reason.
Got it.
Thomas and friends would jump from the
Oh,
station.
is that Thomas the Tank Engine?
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
But they
Yeah,
would
I
have
know
a
that
live
guy.
action portion of the show.
I know that guy,
that
yeah.
took
With
place
Ringo Starr.
With Ringo Starr,
Yeah,
and then
that's right.
George Carlin.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
so weird.
that's
Yeah.
weird.
And then in the movie, Alec Baldwin.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
As Mr. Conductor, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
He's just yelling at the trains like his fucking daughter. He's calling him fat pig.
You stupid piggy. You spoiled little pig.
Listen to me, you fucking
Tina Fey.
you cocksucking train.
Tina Fey, you've got to let me quit 30 Rock so I can go scream at my train daughter. No, we're not letting you out of your contract, Alex.
Put that caboose down. Guff is for closers.
And his daughter's hot now.
Is she?
Haley Baldwin.
If you got money,
She's
you can
on.
make it
Yeah, she's
happen.
on a show with
Yeah, it's a
battle rap
horrible
show.
show.
Yeah.
We don't want to hang you up.
I'm
If you
so
got, if
sorry.
You, if you got a dip,
you think
yeah.
look, there's pot, there's dogs. I would hang out here all day. if I
Yeah,
could.
we're gonna
Yeah.
get lunch afterwards.
But thank you guys so much for having me
man.
on.
Yeah,
You should
thanks
hang
for
some
coming
other time.
by.
You should
Come
you should
back
come
again,
do
buddy.
the live show sometime.
Absolutely, yeah.
Great to meet you, buddy.
Asterios,
Let's do Twitch, bud.
Asterios
Later,
Coquinos.
Asterios.
Signing off. Yeah, check out patreon.com/Asterios and go ahead and help him out with that lawsuit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And you left some comic books too, Asterios? Yeah. You want if you want to plug those? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no, definitely. I got a book on Amazon called Toys for Cheap. It's a fake catalog of dangerous and insane toys like Tickle Me Elmore Leonard, or Thomas the Tank, who's all grown up and now he's trying to murder Percy. Let me see what are the gags in this. I haven't pitched this book in years. The Lana Del Rey gun, which turns your voice into a smoky, depressing mess.
Oh, the Dasha gun.
Oh yeah, you'd love her.
Oh, I thought that was the gun that makes you harass people on Twitter and pretend to be trans.
We've got
Oh yeah.
Take
yeah,
that, DSA.
Take that, you scam artist. Some type of South Asian scam artist.
Yeah, get him.
We got John Candyland, the game that benefited most from the death of John Belushi. We got a lot of great toys.
That's
You
a
can
great-
find it on
that's a great bit.
Amazon. The word toys, the number 4, the word cheap. Oh, and keep these comics. It's really nice you guys to have me on.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah.
so
No,
much.
thanks so much.
anytime.
I really
come back
appreciate
again.
it.
Yeah, come back.
Yeah.
All right, later, buddy.
Yeah. Actually,
Well,
fucking
I guess
bitch.
we got to move on to the other topic for the show: the death of
Philip Roth, huge.
Ladies
news.
and gentlemen,
Yeah.
literary titan passing away.
A giant
Very
of letters.
Before us, a giant of words and books. All right. You're listening to NPR. Mourning the passing of Philip Roth, a giant of books.
Of pen and
of
legislation.
pen and book. A man of page and binding,
quill.
the glue that holds a book. A hardcover literary
Paper.
giant of
Paper and ink and
Man of
typewriter stuff.
immense size.
Stop. What was your
A
favorite?
thick, fat, juicy, 8 inches,
Just
9.5
girthy,
inches
a man of
of
engorged
a
letters.
hard
Hard
writing.
ass. Hard big ass dicks. Letters.
He wrote with his dick. That was a thing.
He's horny as shit, isn't that? I don't know.
Yeah, it was all
I don't
about
think I've
jacking off.
ever.
What was your-
Well,
were telling me
both
before
me
the
and
show.
Stav have read all of Phil, or me and Adam have read all of Philip Roth.
Yeah.
Stop. You were
Stav
telling me
didn't know who he was until
your
yesterday.
favorite
Yeah.
Philip Roth quote before the show. What was that again?
It was when the tits get a splitting,
Yeah.
the cock gets a spit.
Portnoy's complaint. The complaint is, oh, this pussy's too dry. Why isn't the pussy any wetter? Come on.
It's all about
Getting
complaining.
some Newark gash. That's what I'm talking
It's all about
baby.
the president of
I'm trying
Barstool
to
Sports.
get my dick
This is
sucked.
Dave
in a-
Portnoy's complaint. LeBron's
get-
traveling. That's the complaint.
They're not respecting Brady.
trying to get my cock sucked in a glove factory.
That sounds cool. Is that what that book's about?
Sort of. Yeah.
I'll read that book.
No, it's about a Jewish guy that learns
Pass.
the joys of masturbation in
Really?
New York City.
Yeah.
It's about a guy that
And-
beats off.
And then Jews were very upset when it came out. They said it was anti-Semitic, and the ADL got mad at him.
Maybe I'm back in.
What does
Yeah.
the ADL do? Other than
They just
Ass
it's
Dick
the
League?
Anti-Defamation League, and all they do is just complain when they're slightly offended about something Jewish. They don't really defend anything else other than Jews being in a tiff.
we would like
you
to
know?
file a complaint against the song Allentown. Why is it not about Israel? Why is the song not about Israel?
Anytime a celebrity
Let's
says
take a look at how
something-
many songs Billy Joel has written about Israel. 0. To date, 4 songs about Long Island, 1 song about Allentown, 0 about Israel.
Well-
That's anti-Semitism.
Long Island is technically
That's
Israel.
anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
Now you're anti-Semitic for saying that. Nothing is like anything. Any kind of analogy whatsoever is anti-Semitic.
Yeah, there's this guy. Their old head was this guy Abe Foxman, who's just this old.
Yeah, the biggest, fattest, just
this
the
old
biggest
timey.
stereotype.
Yeah, yeah.
Who did worse for the public image of Jewish people?
Yeah, it was just humiliating.
Single-handedly just destroyed.
What was his name?
If there's
He was
any
at
anti-Semitism,
Abe Foxman.
Abe Foxman.
Yeah,
I'm just
You look like
picturing
you
Five-ish
look like a
Finkel.
big Cinnabon.
yeah,
Nice.
Yeah,
yeah. He was a
Sounds delicious.
he was a fat dumb.
Abe Foxman.
Abe Foxman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that.
Nice.
You gonna be offended?
Yeah, I got something for you. To be
To
offended.
fame this dick with your mouth,
No, but
Abe.
Philip Roth actually, I loved him. So I
Yeah.
loved his books. So
Me too.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I was a
don't
big
know.
fan.
yeah.
I'll give it a
I
whirl.
would- It's
Especially,
funny,
I read it at 15. Like
I was at
read
the
Portnoy's
I was at the
Complaint.
stand trying. I was like, "Wow, Philip Roth died," and people were like, "Oh, look who reads books."
Oh.
I'm like, all right, never mind. You
Yeah.
fucking asshole. He's like a celebrity. I don't get it.
Yeah, my friend Jonah. You guys know Jonah. His dad. He grew up in New York City, and his dad used to have lunch once a month with this guy Phil, Uncle Phil, and he learned at like 24 that it was Philip Roth.
That's crazy.
And he didn't know who it was.
Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of
Yeah,
Bel-Air.
Yeah. It was the uncle from Fresh Prince.
Who's a gay black man.
Jonah, who's the DJ at Funny Moms.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Biggest
That's
claim
what
to
he's
fame.
known for.
Yeah.
That's what he's known for.
DJ Funny Moms.
And
Nephew Jonah.
guitarist.
Nice.
In
Yeah,
new
there was
rock bands.
they made a film adaptation of American Pastoral.
And Portnoy's Complaint too.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
But the American Pastoral one's supposed to be like a real piece
Have
of
you read
shit.
it?
What?
American Pastoral.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's a great book.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so
so
good.
good.
Yeah.
I gotta check all these out, man.
Yeah, it's part of like
Yeah.
it's part of like a trilogy, but I've only read that one.
Yeah.
I never read Human Stain or whatever the third. I think it
You
was
guys
called-
ever
I
read
call-
Fight Club?
Yeah, dude.
That shit's pretty
Palin-
fucked
Dude,
up.
when fucking
Bret Easton Ellis, baby.
Yeah.
when
classic
Palahniuk
book.
dies, dude, I'm gonna be so sad.
When Chuck P fucking
Chuck
kicks the
P.
bucket.
Yeah, I got a new
Then I'll have
idea. I got a
stuff to
new
talk
idea
about.
for a novel. Right, it's about a guy that goes around saying the N word to black guys until they beat the shit out of him. He's doing it for the insurance money, but it's actually about capitalism.
What was that short story he wrote about like getting a pool jet to blow water up your ass, and people were like, "This is the most disgusting short story ever." I think it was called like
The jacuzzi floozy.
something like that. They're like, "Yeah, Palahniuk's read this at readings, and people have passed out." I'm like, "That's not true."
Yeah.
People have thrown up when they've heard it.
You know what? Apparently everyone. I like Juno Diaz, but apparently he's a rapist now too.
No, he like
You like
offended a
Juno
lady at a
Diaz?
party.
Yeah, I like that book.
Oscar Wow.
Huh?
Oscar Wow.
Wow.
He's funny, dude. He's a good writer.
Yeah, it was okay.
But he's a rapist, dude.
I don't think he raped. I think that he said something that someone said was sexist at a party or something. I think it's
People were
bullshit.
saying he was like in an abusive relationship or something. I don't
Maybe.
know. What about Philip Roth? You think he raped?
Philip Roth was
He raped
misogynist,
for sure, yeah,
1,000%.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he hated it.
Unapologetic
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but a fantastic writer.
I don't think he
and
was
an important American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people are going to
There was
remember
that whole
Juno Diaz.
There was that whole generation of like
Maybe you will, not me. I will insist on forgetting. Juno.
Norman Mailer shot his wife.
What?
Yeah, there was a whole generation of like
What the fuck?
the great American writers were all fucking
yeah.
misogynists.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
he shot Philip Roth's
No,
wife.
no. Norman Mailer shot his own wife.
Oh, damn. That's
Yeah.
fucked up, dude.
Or stabbed her or
You
something.
ever see Maidstone?
Stabbed
Yeah.
her, yeah. What?
Ever see Maidstone?
No.
It's not good. It's actually it's so incredibly fucking bad. It's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it?
It's like a movie that Mailer tried to make. It's
Oh,
the one
yeah.
where Rip Torn fucking they get in that fight. That fist
Tom
fight.
Green and Rip Torn? I think that's Freddie Got Fingered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Freddie Got
That's
Fingered.
what I was talking about.
No, I've never
Daddy,
heard
would
of
you
it.
like
Norman
some sausage?
Mailer and Rip Torn get in a fist fight on the set, and they just left it in the movie.
Oh, really?
Whoa, really?
Yeah,
That
it's
rules.
hilarious.
I mean, they're like going at it.
Yeah.
But like that fight where it's two people that don't know how to fight, so they're like pulling each other's hair and they're on the ground, like just
Damn.
noogie-ing
awkwardly,
each other?
yeah,
Yeah.
just like thwacking each other in the face with tired fists.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucked up. I fuck with Rip Torn though.
Yeah, me too, dude.
Artie, and fucking.
Always had those ferns looking right.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing I like. It's getting fucked in my ass. Why don't you bring that cock over here?
Ass torn.
There's rip ass torn. That's my thing. It's the thing I enjoy. There's nothing I enjoy more than getting drunk and getting raped in my ass.
Ass torn, baby.
The only reason I drink and drive is so I can go to jail and be raped. Yeah, we have fun here.
Oh, fuck. I have a heart.
What do you guys want to get for lunch after this?
I don't know. I was going to see if I could do more. I got to get that car fixed so you can...
For Max?
I'm pretty hungies.
I want to.
You're trying to do enough favors
Yes,
for
I
Max.
am. I'm trying to do
Until
enough
he gives
favors
you the
until I get that couch. Yeah.
It's like a video game, dude. You gotta unlock it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
man.
game. There was a Sega Genesis game called like Shove It or something, where you just work as a guy in a box factory and you like push boxes around. And the cover is a guy pushing a box and he's like daydreaming about hot women in a car, and, like a Ferrari and a bunch of cash.
That's a video game you play on your time off.
Yeah. Look it up. I think it's called Shove It.
Shove it.
I think I would definitely like
push
see
it.
Nick playing like a politeness simulator.
Yeah.
Like learning how to
Yeah,
how
dating
to-
sims. I definitely remember trying those. With like a flash
Dating
animation.
sims?
Flash animation, like like you have to like try to fuck an anime girl, but I don't know how
Oh
to talk to people.
I've played those.
There was
Yeah,
that game Leisure Suit Larry, which we've
Yeah, we've
talked
talked
about.
about it.
You've talked about it. You
Yeah.
brought it up a million times.
Yeah, it's
I
Shove It.
remember
It's
it,
called
yeah.
Shove It, the warehouse
You
game.
shove it, yeah.
Look at this shit. It's
It was like a
hilarious.
Windows 95
Nick.
game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
that's
this guy
hilarious.
pushes boxes back in a Ferrari and a hot girl.
Is that what he's dreaming?
Yeah. He's dreaming
Hell
about
That
yeah.
daydream is taking up a lot of the cover.
Yeah.
That's a
That
big
guy
ass-
looks like me.
Yeah, he is
That's
ugly.
great.
No, he's handsome.
Yeah, he is ugly.
He wears
right?
backwards baseball caps like I do.
He's wearing
Now
a
that I
front.
know
Because I will
that-
never forget the 1990s. Unless any of you fucking dumbass 18-year-olds that listen to this show forget, we are grown men.
That's right,
Yep.
dude.
And we remember 1990s.
We're 29-year-old men.
We
Fucking
listened
Korn,
to Spin
dude.
Doctors.
Spin Doctors, Two Princes,
Yeah.
Delamitri,
Yeah. Oh, Roll to Me.
Blur. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
The kind of shit
That
we're
song,
into.
All
How
that-
Bizarre.
Some
King
fucked up,
Missile,
Greek music. My
Yeah.
dad would play in his car.
Deep Blue Something.
There's this one Greek
Nick
song.
is actually like a huge. He has a '90s playlist we
I
listen
do.
to in the
I have a
car.
massive 90s. playlist.
He's like he's really knows some deep cuts,
I
dude.
do.
There's-
You put that Savage Garden "I Want You" on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's a fucking.
What about that song?
Jammer, dude.
Ooh, I don't know if I need you. Yeah. Great song.
That's
Savage
the one where he's
Garden.
like cherry cool.
Yeah. Suka penis.
What about the Greek song? It's like Pamesto cabriole,
That's
napiu me
so
kana
nice,
cafe.
dude.
Yeah.
90s,
Padre
dude.
me nikivio yirna se
Keep going.
parakalo.
Go off,
That
bitch.
means we're both married, but please return, I beg you. It's a song about
two people
two
cheating.
people cheating on each other.
Cool.
So with each other.
The
So-
warehouse game.
Which
That's
actually,
hot.
in hindsight, was maybe my dad giving clues that he was going to cheat on my mom.
Oh,
he
that's
used to
cool.
he used to blast that song in the car. A
can't
song
wait.
about cheating on your wife.
I used to do that, dude. I dated this girl and I had this thing where I would like just sort of sing things that I meant, you know? So we'd just be sitting there and I'd be like, you are a dumb bitch and I hope you die. You think I don't know you're a complete slut. We'd just be sitting there, she'd be like using her computer or something. It's very therapeutic. You should try that shit, man. If you're the kind of person that's just very resentful and you hate anyone.
yeah,
that you date,
yeah. You should try
Great
that.
idea.
check it out.
Instead of just like airing your feelings.
Check it out. No, first of all, never air your feelings in a relationship.
Nope.
You want to destroy a relationship, talk about your fucking feelings.
Push it down.
Yeah.
Professor Mullen, dude.
Yeah.
Dr. Mullen.
What are you, insane? Talk about your feelings? No, that's stupid, dude. You go to the gym. You fucking lift weights, baby.
Did you guys read that?
Yo, shout out to whoever sent me this fucking new guy that I'm obsessed with on Instagram.
Which guy?
Let me find his name real quick.
Is that the guy you sent me?
I don't know. Did I send you
Aaron or something?
No. It's this big fat guy who's like
Oh, nice.
just like he looks exactly like you.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he
you're
does.
trying to
Savage Psycho
you're
Joe.
trying to burn me.
Savage
here.
Garden.
Savage Psycho Joe. I mean, he looks like Stop.
Wow, look at Stop.
Let me see.
The knows what a deadlift is. Do you know the difference between a deadlift and a deadlift and lower? Do you know that what a squat is? Well, if you don't, come up to me. I'll teach you the fucking difference.
That's some
but don't
real
get on my
talk.
fucking page and say I'm doing it fucking wrong. It's because you're a fucking idiot. I don't give a fuck what you think, especially if you don't know. If you don't know, I'll teach you, and then you'll fucking know the real fucking way and stuff. You know, I can.
No, I'm
beat your
cuter
ass
than him,
in any
dude.
competition. Most of all y'all.
No,
And
not
if
even.
you're
Nope.
doing this, and you're going
He's ugly.
like
I'm
this,
cute.
moving an inch, and get on my page and telling me.
I really want to comment on that video.
Although I gotta
he said,
say-
he said he benches 405 for 18. Here's him benching 315 with a spot. Look at this. Look how much work that other guy's doing. Anyways,
I don't know. That looks pretty strong to me.
yeah, no, this guy's hilarious because he's like a grown-up version. Remember those kids with like emotional problems that had to be in a special class for people
The
like
class that you were in.
Yeah,
I was not in
divorce,
one of those.
divorce kids.
Yeah, the emotional problems that they're always pissed.
Yeah,
They're just
yeah.
constantly
Angry kids.
The fuck are you looking at?
Yeah. I do remember that.
Yeah, just like the.
I was
type
very
where
scared of
you're-
those kids.
You're so angry they consider you retarded. retarded. Like a type. Your son. I'm sorry, your son's retarded. Well, what's his disability? He's pissed.
Yeah.
He's got a pissed chromosome.
They put one of those kids in our like. They didn't have anywhere to put. I think he kept getting in fights with the retarded kids, so they put him in like the class
In
for
the
the
fat-
smart
the
kids,
fat class?
with all the smart
There
kids,
should be a
which is
fat
where I
class.
was. There should not be a fat class, and
Yeah.
I would not have been in it.
Your son is in the GT programs. Oh, gifted and talented. They're like, well, girthed and tubby. It's a similar class. It's a
but-
girthy and tubby class.
They just let
It's
him
for
play.
the fatter students because their hands can't wrap around the normal size pencils. You have to have a novelty pencil.
How fat would your hands have to be?
A calculator that's only got 4 buttons. It's for the larger students like Stavros. Instead of desks, we just have beanbag chairs.
That sounds fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. That sounds pretty cool.
Okay, guys, here's your schedules for the year. As you can see, period 1 is
Lunch.
cafeteria. Period 2 is cafeteria. Period 3 is recess, or you can choose the elective of cafeteria. Period
Honestly,
4,
sounds great.
applied math. That's mostly figuring out how many cupcakes you can fit. Number 5 is science, which is looking through a microscope at your dick. Number 7, period 7 is social studies, where we mostly just tell you how to accuse other people of being the ones that smell bad on the bus. Very important in a fat person's life. Number 6 is Spanish, and it's mostly just reading menus.
Eating tacos.
Guapos. Yeah. How to pronounce fajita and mole enchilada.
You joke. That sounds
Stop,
great.
Stop. Did you have the experience as a little kid where you go to a restaurant and like see like all the shit and you're like, damn, that's for adults. Like these.
Oh yeah,
you
and
remember
the
that?
kid menu.
Yeah, yeah,
Did
yeah.
you say that you were too mature for the kid menu when you were like a
No, that's
4-year-old
you.
fat
That is
kid?
you.
No,
You
no.
did that.
I would think that a fat
No,
kid
I
would
need.
just-
Excuse me, just a 5-year-old with business cards. Wearing I bet you brought a briefcase to school. You
No
see-
way, dude.
Briefcase filled with baseball cards.
No way, dude.
These are for my office.
I remember.
I don't have a bedroom. I have an office.
I remember a time when my parents took us to the Chinese buffet, and it was like kids under like 11 or something eat a certain, and this fucking lady, like my mom had to insist that
you
I
were
was
under
11, that I was under the thing. She looked at me, she's like, "No, he's got to pay full price." And my mom was like, "Look, he's
receding
young."
hairline.
Look at his pubes.
Yeah.
I was so fat. They were like, "No." They tried to like strong arm my mom into making me pay the regular fucking price.
Zabaros has no pubes, I promise.
Stavros is completely hairless.
He's a smooth boy.
I think I got pubes pretty late in the game.
Yeah, me too. Like 14.
Yeah.
Oh, not
13,
that late.
14, yeah.
Yeah, I
It
was.
was rough.
I think I was 13, but it was that wasn't like
But you fucked.
it wasn't not at 13,
Didn't you fuck at like
15.
15.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You fucked young.
But that's by that time all their pubes come in. In your mind, it's like puberty takes so long, but that's because like, I mean, compared to now
have no
I just
patience.
let years slip by.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's you don't have patience. I didn't have patience till like I can't like the woodworking shit I can do. I
Right.
did not have the patience for it till the last like 4 years.
Yeah.
As a younger
Yeah.
man, I was too hot.
All you had patience for was bowling back in the day.
Oh wow, that already feels like a different episode.
Yeah.
Bowling.
That's how long. That's how long it's been. Well, that should do it for today.
Is that it?
Let me plug some stuff. I finally found. So I'm coming to Seattle, 6/28
I hear the bird
Thursday.
calling, toss out.
Laughs Seattle. You can already buy tickets
Laughs
to that
Seattle and scrambled eggs.
one. So I'm doing the Fraser tour in Seattle.
The tickets are free.
The tickets are not free. I think they're $15 online.
They do,
Please
you
buy
do.
those.
You do not have to pay.
No, you do have to pay. You have to pay, and they're more expensive at the door. So please buy those online. And I think I'm doing the Siren Theater in Portland on July 2nd.
How about the Gyron Theater?
or 3rd? I'm sorry, the 3rd.
Remember, it's the Stavros Halkia Siren Gyron Theater takeover. No women are allowed to attend the show. Not a single woman. If you buy a ticket and you're a woman, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck
Get
out
your
of here.
ass out the fucking show.
You get Maddox to the pussy.
So yes, guys, please come get sucked off at those shows. I'm excited to go to the Pacific Northwest.
So you're gonna suck off the entire audience.
I'll suck off. I'll eat pussy. I'll suck
I am
titties.
headlining Caroline's on Broadway sometime next month.
Breakout?
Oh, nice, dude.
No, not Breakout. Real headline week.
Real headline.
Real
Congrats, dude.
headline week.
A whole week?
Yeah, I think so. A whole weekend.
Nice,
Well
dude.
done, dude.
I got to call Lewis back and
Hell
to
yeah.
lock it in. And then
Funny Moms on Monday.
Oh fuck, we gotta book that.
You got Memorial Day weekend. If you're staying in town, if you're in New York, if
Also,
you're visiting New York,
So
Monday
don't forget
night.
to plug your the Stavi baby on Twitch.
Oh yeah, hit me up on Twitch.
Yeah.
That's my. I love doing that.
Stavi's
shit, dude.
basically the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, this Twitch bullshit. So if you figure out how to make money on there, then I might get on there.
The-
But instinctually, it seems like a dumb idea.
I did a
Oh.
stop the other day. We had
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's
we
fun,
had a nice
dude.
riff about the amount of pussy you get.
Hey man,
What
that's,
was
that's
it?
for the Twitch
yeah,
stream.
don't,
only,
yeah.
don't,
dude.
yeah,
Never mind.
come on. What are
Come
you
on,
doing?
bro.
Yeah, I can't
Come
repeat
on,
Twitch
bro.
shits.
That's
You gotta-
proprietary,
It's
dude.
weird though. You got to thank people for the sub and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And
It's
they
fun. You
have
just game and
emojis of Your
shit.
face.
Yeah, it's actually
stuff.
turned
It's
out
a
into
whole-
be a lot of work, but I fuck with it, dude.
Yeah, I had a lot of broccoli yesterday, I guess. That was
Are you
terrible.
farting?
I did.
So yeah, if you guys are in town again, we have Funny Moms this Monday, the 20 whatever it is, Memorial Day weekend.
And really, though, shout out
Woo,
Philip
Nick,
Roth
you really just fucking whoop. Oh
Yeah.
God, man!
right
Woo.
in Adam's face.
Let's
Yeah.
end the episode. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah. R.I.P. Philip Roth.
Or-
I am sad about it.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Feels-
Chuck Palahniuk or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
there you
feels
go.
lame
That's-
to say it.
Chuck Palahniuk.
Isn't that his name?
Yeah.
Palin.
Palahniuk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Polinick.
Palahniuk?
Right.
All right, whatever.
I actually think
Also, Bret Easton Ellis wrote that book, anyways.
What book?
Fight
You
Club.
don't remember that? That was like a thing. You could really piss off Bret Easton Ellis on Twitter if you just did tell him, I really enjoy your book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 5 years ago, that was like the big joke. You fucking just say, I love Fight Club. You're
That's
like, I didn't
hilarious.
fucking write that fucking book. I was too busy having sex with guys.
But Asterios isn't here, but thank you, Asterios.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Asterios.
Holler at Asterios.
Yeah.
Yeah, support his lawsuit.
All right, later.
Bye, guys.